Look at yourself. You smell like misery. Do you really think I can be with someone like you? You're not my type anymore. I don't know you.
And look at you.
I've now found a show odd.
In a small, noisy neighborhood, where horns, tracks, and dust mix every day, lived a young man named Joseph. He had nothing, absolutely nothing. An orphan since his teenage years, he had grown up alone, without family, without support, without protection. Just life and its blows. After his high school diploma, he had dreamed of continuing his studies like all the other young people. And very quickly, reality caught up with him. No money, no support, no luck. So he gave up playing, not because he wanted to, but because he had no choice. Every morning, before the sun even rose, Joseph woke up. He wasn't going to university or to the job of his dreams, but to the market. He worked for a local Aladi who gave him a cooler full of fans, a very famous local cream. But this merchandise didn't even belong to him. Joseph pushed this cooler all day long under the scorching sun and the dust, amidst the noise. Fresh fans, come and buy. His voice was soft, almost tired, but his arms were shaking, his feet were in pain, and his heart was heavy. At the end of the day, he was paid very little, really very little, but he accepted because he had no choice. And yet, despite this difficult life, Joseph had something inside him, a dream, a single dream. Isabel, his fiancée, the only person who still gave meaning to his efforts. Isabel was different, beautiful, intelligent, ambitious. She didn't want to stay in this neighborhood. She wished to leave, succeed, and change her life. Joseph placed more trust in her than in himself. He never complained. He moved forward for her. Then one day, Isabel graduated from high school. That day, Joseph was proud, really proud, as if he were the one who had succeeded. But when evening came, something changed. The atmosphere became heavy. In the dim light, Isabel looked down. Her voice trembled. Joseph, I can't continue my studies. I have no money. Silence. Joseph understood immediately. Very well. Then quietly he said, I will help you. From that day on, everything changed. Joseph lived for her no longer. Himself. He worked even harder, even longer, even further. Every morning, he pushed that cooler. Even when his body refused, even when he was tired, even when he was hungry. Because every coin he earned was no longer for him, it was for Isabel. Days went by, weeks went by. Joseph grew exhausted, but he kept going. Then one day, the moment arrived. Isabel had to go to town. Before leaving, she took Joseph's hands. When I succeed, I will give you everything back, and I will never abandon you. Joseph smiles, a real smile, and without hesitation, he gives her everything he has saved. Everything. The next day, she leaves. At first, everything seems normal. She calls often. She tells her about her life, her studies, the city. Joseph listens, happy, proud. But little by little, something changes. The calls become rare, then very rare, then almost non-existent. And one day, total silence. Joseph calls, but she no longer answers. And when she does sometimes, her voice is different, cold, distant. Meanwhile, Isabel discovers another life. Going out, money, luxury, new acquaintances, rich men who offer her in one night what Joseph earns in several months. Bit by bit, Joseph vanishes from his world, but he keeps believing. Until the day when everything falls apart. Our friend's back, he hesitates, then talks. I saw him with another man. Silence. A rich man. At that moment, something breaks in Joseph. But he refuses to believe it. He makes a decision, go to the city, find the truth, unaware that his discovery will destroy everything. The city is noisy. Fast-paced, overwhelming. Everything's moving too fast, too loudly, too far. But Joseph has not come to admire the city. He has come to look for one person, Isabel. He walks, he asks, he observes. Hours pass without result. Then suddenly he sees her. She is there in front of him, but she is no longer the same woman. Beautiful, elegant, transformed. At her side, a rich man. Joseph approaches slowly. His heart beats fast, too fast. He breathes softly. Isabel turns her head, looks at him. Silence. Then her face changes as if she was seeing a stranger. And she says coldly, "I don't know you." Joseph's world stops. "What?" "Isabel." "It's me, Joseph." She sighs, annoyed at the man beside her. "I told you I don't know you." A mocking smile appears on the rich man's face. Joseph remains frozen, broken. "I have done everything for you. I have worked day and night. I have given you everything." Isabel looks away. That was before. Now my life has changed. These words destroy Joseph completely. He remains silent, empty, unable to react. Then he slowly steps back, without a word, and leaves. He just walks aimlessly, empty-headed, feeling nothing. Then he collapses on a sidewalk. Everything he was disappears in an instant. But sometimes, life does not destroy someone to finish them off. It destroys them to rebuild them differently. An old man passes in front of him. He is carrying a heavy bag, very heavy. He stops, looks at Joseph, and sees his pain. Joseph hesitates, then gets up and helps him, without expecting anything, without asking for anything. The old man watches him for a long time. "Why help me when you yourself are broken?" Joseph lowers his eyes. "Because no one helped me when I was like this." Silence. The old man nods slowly. "Come with me." The next day, Joseph enters an office, a real office, large and luxurious. He is given a chance, just one, but Joseph does not waste it. He works, he learns, he observes. Day after day, he changes. Pain no longer destroys him, it builds him. Weeks pass, then months. Joseph is no longer the same man. He is no longer the street vendor. He becomes a powerful, respected, stable, inaccessible man. Meanwhile, Isabel lives in luxury. Money, outings, gifts, appearance. But one day, everything falls apart. The rich man had a wife, a real wife, and the truth comes out. Scandal, humiliation, rejection. Isabel is exposed, broken, chased away. In an instant, she loses everything. Money, friends, status, illusion. She finds herself alone, truly alone. And then she thinks of Joseph. But it is too late. One day, she sees an ad. A big company is recruiting. She has nothing left. No more choices. So she goes. She enters the building trembling, hoping for a chance. The door opens and her world stops. Joseph sits, calm, powerful. "Joseph, I'm sorry." Silence. He looks at her without emotion. "Are you looking for work?" "Yes." He stands up slowly. "Karma is slow, but it is precise. The day you rejected me, you thought you were moving forward, but you were already falling." Isabel trembles. Tears flow. "I suffered, but that suffering built me, and you, comfort destroyed you." He sits back down, calm, definitive. The cleaning lady position is available. Total silence. Isabel finally understands everything. You can avoid choices, but not their repercussions. What you do in the shadows always comes to light. And sometimes, the person you despise today becomes the one who decides your future tomorrow. Karma makes no noise, but when it strikes, it forgets no one,